gotta like, tss,
Okay, buddy.
like, tss,
I got
like,
this.
like you see the tss part, so you gotta hit the side of the cup.
Oh my God! Shut the fuck up.
You gotta hit the side of the cup, like. Tss.
I need to add some to my damn shit. You got it?
Yeah, I got it.
Drop it now.
Welcome to another edition of We Ain't Them. I am your host, Rob the Realist, aka Rasan, along with my lovely co-host, the eccentric of all eccentrics, Abs.
How y'all doing?
Before we get started today, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube page, as well as follow us on Instagram at We Ain't Them _, as well as TikTok at We Ain't Them _. Definitely check us out on Spotify as well as Apple Podcasts. Now, my lovely co-host Abs, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. Doing good. I think we brought in the new year pretty good, right?
I mean, you're looking kind of fine. I ain't gonna lie, but that's neither here nor there.
I mean, thanks. You're looking fly as well.
I mean, I'm repping Hillman today. You know, gotta represent the Hillman gang.
Okay. A different world.
I mean,
are we channeling Dwayne today?
Nah, man, I ain't got the glasses today.
You ain't got the flip ups.
Nah.
You actually do have the flip ups.
I do, but I didn't feel like wearing them. And also, I don't know where they are. that's a
somewhere
bigger problem.
In your room.
Yeah, you know,
somewhere.
You know, my room is like the Bermuda Triangle at times. It be like that. So today we are going to talk about our expectations for 2023.
Yes, 2023. I feel like everybody has like different expectations, right? Like I feel like a lot of people our age, like the millennials, are like they're taking things a little bit seriously. Like I don't feel like people's like usually when you ask people, "What's your resolution?" or whatever, like I'm getting a lot of people saying, "I didn't make any," you know? If I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. Or I'm hearing people say, you know, not the typical, I want to lose weight shit. Like, people's like, yo, I'm going to work on my credit score. Or, yo, I'm going to start looking up, I'm going to be more financially responsible. I'm going to get a car. Like, maybe it's because we're gotten older. So, like, people's resolutions just sound different. But I don't know. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, I definitely have. Honestly, I think it's very interesting how, you know, us being in our 30s now, we look at, we view things a lot different than the 20-year-olds and like probably the teenagers and stuff. We do things different. We realize that things are a lot different and we do things a lot different. So when you get into the 30s, it's more so about investing in yourself and investing in the future. A lot of people are just like, yeah, I want to lose weight. That's an average thing. That's easy. But thinking of things like fixing your credit score.
Nigga, that ain't easy.
All right.
You know that ain't easy.
All right. Let me rephrase myself. Let me rephrase. When I say, oh, I want to lose weight, that's an easy reach to say. It's something that people usually say. It's the most typical thing for people to say.
Yeah.
It's very basic. It's a basic line. But credit score, getting a house, getting an apartment, you know, doing this, doing that, with us networking, it's a lot more complicated.
Yeah.
So, you know, you gotta look at that and go, you know, yeah, it really, you know, it's a lot on the line, especially with 2023.
Yeah, it's exactly. And I do feel like your age range kind of contributes to that. Like hearing people say, I'm gonna save up for my first down payment for a home or whatever. Like you wasn't hearing that 10 years ago, right?
Nah, nigga.
I know I wasn't.
I definitely wasn't talking about that shit. I definitely was talking about, yeah, you know, I'm about to save up to have this kind of money. What I'm going to do with the money, I don't fucking know, but I'm going to do it. And a lot of people like to say travel, right?
Yeah.
And I get that. I do get it when people say travel more and stuff like that. Because it is a beautiful thing to travel because you see things and you get to enjoy things a lot more, and you get to see a different perspective of the world than just fucking New York City, because you know New York City is New York City. So it is interesting.
Yeah.
Like, I think for us, especially, 2023 is going to be big because to kick off the year, to kick off the first half of the year or the first quarter of the year, we actually are going to do our first college-based event. So we're actually going to be at a college.
Yes.
I will release those details soon, but we will be on a college campus doing a live episode, which is going to be really dope. Shouts out to Latoya. You know, she's dope as fuck for that. We're going to be working on that in the next couple of weeks to come, months to come. Yes. It's going to be dope. We also, in the first half of the year, we're going to also be doing a mixer / party. And also, hell, you don't know what's going to happen there. It's going to be a little surprise in the midst of that. So more details are coming out with that. But it's a lot of personal and professional goals for us, especially at We and Them. As you guys know, me and Eb are like, yin and yang. So we also have our own personal goals that we're trying to accomplish this year. So, it's gonna be a crazy, not crazy, but interesting 2023. So, Eb, I'm gonna ask you, what is a big thing, not from us, but in general? It could be in media, it could be in music, or anything like that. What is something that you see that you really, really, really want to happen in 2023?
What do I want to see in 2023? I want to see more Black-owned businesses thrive. That's one thing I definitely want to see.
Oh, nigga, you went for the jugular. Huh?
Yeah, I want to see more Black-owned businesses thriving. Like, I would love for, like, certain designers to be a thing of yesteryear. Like, it could still, and I'm not going to call no names, but I would love to see just, because there's so many. If you look at, like, millennials and even Gen Z, they're definitely getting into the whole entrepreneur thing, and they're really getting a good grasp on building a really lucrative businesses. Look at Telfar.
I was about to say Telfar and Blackwood as well.
Yeah, Brendan Blackwood. Whom else? Sean G. All these people. Really good lucrative businesses. So that's what I want in 2023 for sure. Absolutely.
I appreciate that. You want to be there for the Black community. I love it. Fuck all that. I want a new Frank Ocean album. I want a new Frank Ocean album.
And I don't give a fuck about.
Nope. We're going to get to that. We're going to get back to that. But fuck that. We want a Frank Ocean album. We've been begging for a Frank Ocean album.
He was teasing new music. He said he coming out with something.
Bullshit. I want a new Frank Ocean album.
I do too.
I want something to make me feel good.
Yeah, Frank.
Like, make me feel good. Like, I need you to understand how much you need to make me feel good.
Frank.
Kendrick did that last year. Frank, you need to do that.
Frank, we've waited long enough. Like, give us a chance.
But, because I heard he's back in the studio, I will also take a new Childish Gambino album.
Yo, he said he's coming. He said he's not retiring. Oh my God. He's going to be like, you remember how Jay-Z used to say that every fucking year? I feel like that's going to be him.
Oh man.
I feel like that's going to be him.
I'm so glad that when he said that he feels like he has a lot to prove, he has a lot more to prove in music. I'm so glad he said that.
It's like bittersweet because I'm not going to lie, because when we went to that concert back in 2019,
yes,
we went to the Childish Gambino concert in 2019 at Madison Square, and he made it clear that that would be his last. This is his last tour, his last performance, or whatever. Because he did the whole thing with Star Wars or Star Trek?
Star Wars.
Trekkies don't kill me. Star Wars, right? So he was really getting into the acting shit.
Yeah.
And
well, not really getting into it.
He was always in it. Sorry, my apologies. But like now, it's like he's coming back, and it's like I can't wait to hear what he has.
Oh, I'm so excited.
2023. Oh my God, will be it will be an orgasm to my ears if Childish Gambino and Frank Ocean come out with an album.
I'm not gonna.
And Rihanna. Oh my God, that will just be the ultimate L. Speaking of Rihanna, what are we wearing to Rihanna's concert?
Oh my God, what is Rihanna's concert?
I'm not calling it the Super Bowl because they're invited to Rihanna's concert. Remember that. What are we wearing to Rihanna's concert?
We not wearing nothing. I am hopefully, and fingers crossed, wearing a 49ers jersey as they make it to the Super Bowl.
So the 49ers are invited to Rihanna's concert. So what are we wearing? Like, what are we wearing?
You know, this is the disrespect that I cannot tolerate. Listen, I am a big, huge 49ers fan.
Fuck that. Rihanna is back. That's it. Rihanna is back. That's it.
Well.
Like I don't want to hear anything else. Rihanna is back. And she gonna shut it down the way Beyonce shut it down. I'm sure.
Oh.
I said
I'm so glad that you mentioned that. I'm glad you mentioned Beyonce because ESPN, I believe he's still ESPN commentator.
Don't get me started.
Don't cut me off. Don't cut me off. Stephen A. Smith quoted and said that Rihanna is fantastic. You know, I don't want to. He said, I don't want to sound like I'm not excited about the halftime show, right? She's fantastic. That's not where I'm going with this, ladies and gentlemen. She is a lot of things. She's spectacular, actually. And congratulations on her new mamahood. There's one thing she's not, though. She ain't Beyonce.
Nobody said she was Beyonce, so he can shut the fuck up and he can just keep doing sports commentary.
Oh, so he should just...
And he's not invited. I'm sure the Navy will take good care of that. Like, you're not invited, sir.
So he should just shut the fuck up and just do commentary.
He should just shut the fuck up and talk about...
See, this the problem.
Stats.
See, the problem
Isn't that what he does,
talk
talk about stats? I don't know what that nigga does. And he should probably contact his barber because that hairstyle is giving Earth, Wind, and Fire. But anyway...
You're not gonna come at that man like that. That man ain't doing nothing to you.
He said some other He's very outspoken in topics that he really shouldn't be. Like, everybody's allowed to have an opinion, but my nigga, you get paid to do sports commentary, so do sports commentary and shut up.
Wow, it's very strong. Anyway, so another thing I really, really want to see this year. I mean, it's a personal thing of me. I don't care about you, but it's a personal thing for me since you mentioned the Super Bowl itself. I want to see the 49ers win. I really, really do. It's been so long since they won a ring. I'm really hoping, and I hope by the time this comes out that they're still in the playoffs, because if not, I'm going to cry. But I am really, really hoping for a championship this year. Why? Because I'm going to run laps around the world. Well, not really around the world, just wraps around probably my building or something. Talking about We Are the Champions. Singing We Are the Champions. Very, very loud.
No, you won't be. You'll be singing Lift Me Up.
Why you gotta be so disrespectful?
What's wrong with Lift Me Up?
There's nothing wrong with Lift Me Up.
That's a very inspirational song.
It is, but you gotta take the rain on my parade.
Lift me up. Is that how the lyrics go?
That is it.
Right. So that's a very inspirational song. And I think that we should just, We Are the Champions is iconic.
It is. Because I'm going to be singing
It's iconic, but Lift Me Up is perfect.
Also, sidebar, Warriors, we're going back to back, right? We're going back to back. I know we're not doing good this year, but back to back. We going for it. We going for it all. 5 rings, Steph. 5 rings. Anyway, that's just a personal goal of mine. But besides that, Rihanna coming out with hopefully an album. Frank Ocean probably coming out with an album. Childish Gambino coming out with an album. How about something that we could leave behind and hopefully not get in 2023?
Are we waiting on you?
Oh, you waiting on me?
Yeah.
All right, I say I don't need another The Baby album. I don't need it. I don't think anybody.
In terms of music?
I was just gonna say that, but we don't need it. Yeah, we don't need another album. We don't need another mixtape. We don't need another album.
We don't need...
Nigga, it's the same repetitive shit over and over and over again.
Who was it? Yo, shout out to King of Reeds. He said how the baby be coming up with these Scooby-Doo mystery beats. It is so true. Oh my God. Like, no, but I agree. I don't think we need to hear the baby anymore. And I don't want to hear Tekashi 6ix9ine.
I mean, nobody.
Ever.
Who are you talking about? Are you talking about a ghost?
He exists.
Does he?
Yeah.
In what world? Anyway,
not in our world. For sure, but I'm just saying he's
I also will say this. I personally, I didn't also say this, but I need a Chika album. I need it. I need a Chika album.
Oh, Chica.
I need that album.
Hey, sis.
I need that album.
Yeah, we need an album from you, sis. It's been a while.
Yeah, but anyway, leaving things back in 2020. Oh, another important thing, and this is just for artists in general, no more deluxe albums. I don't need that shit.
What's wrong with deluxe albums?
It's annoying. Like,
no,
yo,
it's not. You're
come
right.
out with that shit. No. Fuck that. Deluxe albums are mad extra. Like you came out with an album, and then a couple weeks later you say, or probably like the next week you say, oh, here's the deluxe album. Why? Just come out with the deluxe album. How about this? You come out with the album and you come out with the deluxe album at the same time. If people want to pay extra money for it, pay the extra money.
It does not bother me, ladies and gentlemen.
It definitely bothers me. That shit is just not necessary. We really don't need it. Like, come on, fam. You got an album. Just release all your music all at once. Or if you're going to come out with a deluxe album, wait a couple months. These niggas don't even wait a couple months. They wait like 2-3 weeks to do that. That's the shit. Like, that's why some of these artists, it's just like, it feels like, well, we don't really get a chance to miss you like that. Lil Baby, how much albums did he come out with? Multiple. The Baby, how much albums did he come out? Multiple. All these guys, they're like, Lil Baby is talented. I don't know. I don't care what nobody say. He's talented. But when you come out with albums and then weeks later you come out with either another album or another or deluxe shit, like, come on, fam, we don't need this. We really don't. I really need y'all to really either step it up or just leave that shit in 2022. I don't need that shit no more. I really don't. Like, I really, really, really don't.
Yeah. I mean, I think one thing I want to leave behind in 2022, 2022, I don't want to see, like, and I get it, people, there's a market for it, but you see this red pill content? Can we please leave that in 2022?
Define red pill content.
Kevin Samuels and Fresh and Fit and just all these platforms where men get a real kick out of just disrespecting women. I feel like it should never really happen, right? But I think it needs to not happen at all. Like, we need to leave that alone. Like, nobody's saying that these people can't have Kevin Samuels is gone. But, like, all these other red pill contents, nobody's saying that they can't have a platform. But, like, no more. Like, that shit is not trendy. It should have never been a trend. And that could go.
But Ab, what about the beta men? The beta men won't have nothing to listen to. Oh, my God. Ab, what about the beta men? They need something.
Therapy.
That's true. That's true.
Therapy.
Yeah.
That's what they need. They do not need some guy that has no experience in any of this shit. And this goes for the women too, you know? Like, there's some content that's just like, whoa, you know?
Yeah, I want to mention that because I have to.
Why?
Yeah, a lot of these, you know, I don't mind certain people when they have conversations, especially when it comes to sex. Mm-hmm. But like, I don't need these. Who is it? Adam 22 when they do the no. What is it? No filter. What is it? No. Give me a second.
At No Jumper or something like that?
No Jumper.
Yeah, No Jumper.
No Jumper. I don't need these bitches on there. Like, you can leave them bitches at home.
Stop it. Don't do
I don't give a fuck.
Don't do that.
No. Nope. I don't need these bitches talking about, oh, yeah, what's it called? I fucked him on my period, and then sucked his dick, and then gave him a kiss after. While I'm like, I don't need that shit.
Well, here's my thing. These women wouldn't be relevant if men didn't follow them. So that's why I'm saying you can't say that. That's like hypocritical almost.
I don't give a fuck.
That's hypocritical. Because there's a market for that shit.
That shit is...
And it's not hurting nobody. It's consensual what they're doing. So who is it hurting? Like, the difference between red pill content and then that is that these men are putting out these ideologies, these misogynistic, disgusting, colorist ideologies about preferably black women, which can be harmful. These women talking about their sexcapades with artists is, I mean, the only way it's fucked up is if they signed the NDA and still went and did that, then that's different. But they're not really hurting anybody but themselves. If that's, because there's some people who talk all that shit and then when they get the backlash, oh my God, I'm being bullied. But if you're willing to stand in your shit and talk about it, I
You know what? That's fair.
Yeah,
I see your argument there.
Like, I mean, you may not like it. I don't care for it either. I don't care for that kind of content, but there's a reason why they have content. There's a reason why they're relevant. Men follow these women. Men want to be with these women. And most importantly, men want to fuck these women. So, I mean...
Yeah, and you know what? That's fine. All right. What else do I want to say? Oh, this has been on my mind. And I don't want to be an asshole, but somebody said it on a podcast. Mm-hmm. Actually, I believe it is Momo, our friend Momo. She said it. I really think that celebrities, personally, you stop making so much fucking podcasts. You could be a guest on a podcast, but I don't think we need more podcasts. Yeah. I think like podcasts for us, for the little guy, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Like
it was for the little guy. That's the thing. YouTube in and of itself was for people who, weren't on television. It gave us a platform where we can shine. And I think you started seeing more celebrities on these platforms especially when the pandemic hit. It was an influx of just celebrities on YouTube. And if they couldn't do YouTube, they were doing Instagram, doing series on Instagram. And the thing is,
Sirius XM, they was on Apple Podcasts, they was on Spotify.
Thank you. Of course. And I think that happened because the money is drying up. I mean, one thing the pandemic did one of the things that the pandemic opened up my eyes to, it really showed who really didn't have the money that they were flaunting pre-pandemic. So one of the things that they were doing was going on, and OnlyFans too, they were doing all these like desperate things that they wouldn't be caught dead doing had there not been a pandemic, had their dollar not been affected. So I definitely agree with you on that. I think that celebrities, like, come on, this was our platform, this was for us. And even not even so much celebrities, but also like CNN and all these other journalistic companies, they have a problem with YouTubers, people who are like, say for instance, with the Meg Thee Stallion case, there were a lot of people that like were bloggers or people who had like a really good following on Instagram or YouTube that were going down to the court and reporting on that, and it pissed off a lot of people. It pissed off all these other places that report news and celebrity news, because it's like, why listen to E or why listen to oh my God, like Wall Street Journal or whatever, when I can hear what I need to hear on YouTube from somebody that I actually like and could see, and they're actually talking to me about it. So it's actually like, I definitely agree with you.
I mean, for them, I really don't have a problem with them, because those are bloggers and those are people who really work their ass off from a small following to get where they are. Yeah. So those people I don't have a problem with. I'm talking about the celebrities who already have their notoriety.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like, those are the only people I'm talking to. What else is there? I mean, the pandemic really fucking showed out. Why? Yeah. Because all this shit started existing. Like these like Misfits boxing, right? Like Jake Paul having these boxes, KSI having these boxing shits.
That's the guy who
and that's the shit. I'm gonna be honest about this. I really don't have a problem with it, mainly because it's pretty entertaining to watch them beat the shit out of each other. But I need them to also understand that boxing could get real serious real fast. The minute that y'all hit somebody the wrong way or y'all doing something the wrong way with no training, dead on arrival, then everything about y'all boxing careers is y'all gonna reconsider it.
You know,
now I don't know if y'all think niggas think this shit is a facade and y'all think y'all could just do this for play because y'all gonna get money, but understand something, like news broadcasting is one thing, but taking somebody work they really put their body on the line every day, every night, year in, year out, day in, day out. Y'all niggas think that shit is a game, and it's really not. You could really get hurt out here. And then you could lose an eye. I've seen boxers who've got injured, who's had bad heart failures. Mm-hmm. I've seen boxers who've lost an eye socket because they got hurt out here. Y'all playing these games, y'all playing big man games, and y'all could really, really get yourselves hurt out here. Concussions are not a joke. It really isn't. It could fuck you up in the long term. It really, really can. So I would really reconsider how y'all want to do things. But if that's how you making your money, fam, I can't tell you nothing else.
You really can't, like especially with Jake Paul, he has like this kind of air of privilege. A lot of them do, because the amount of shit that man got caught doing and all this stuff, he really shouldn't even.
I mean, I would say it's actually Logan Paul more than Jake Paul.
Is it Logan or Jake?
It's more Logan than Jake.
I mix them up.
Even up to as of late, freaking Logan Paul's in a whole crypto scan.
Oh, I heard about that.
And that motherfucker signed to the WWE. The WWE's like, well, that don't got nothing to do with us, so it don't matter. And that's the shit.
So Jake is the boxer. I remember, was it Jake? So I remember the first time he ever boxed on it was a pay-per-view. Remember, it was at Joe's house, right? Yeah. And I remember after the fight, he beat that guy up. He did relatively good. I
won't shit on Jake.
Yeah, he did relatively well. But my thing is, it's the privilege. When they interviewed him after, do you remember what he said? They asked him. They was like, "Well, who do you want to fight next?" I could have sworn this guy said Israel. It was either Israel or Khabib or
no. He never said none of that. He said Canelo.
Canelo. Sorry,
he said Canelo, and
sir,
my nigga, that's. You're
not ready.
I understand you've been training. I give you credit, but Canelo's like a monster.
You're not quite there yet, buddy.
He is. No, you're not. You're never gonna be there.
But my thing
you're never gonna be there, pal.
He would practice. Come on, man.
No, let me explain to you something. Jake Paul has been fighting punching bags. He has been fighting people who are not fully, and I keyword fully, experienced with boxing. If they've been doing boxing their whole lives, he's not beating them. And it's no offense to Jake Paul, but you mess with the wrong bull, you gonna get the horns, and you're gonna get hurt.
I would pay per view to see that.
I wouldn't. I don't really care about that. But you know what? You're gonna keep playing these games, and listen. I've always heard you may want what you get, but you may not get what you want.
That's a fact.
And you keep knocking on the devil's door, he sure the fuck will answer. And after that, he will stop. And it kind of started like about 2 years ago. I think he fought Tyron Woodley the first time. And he was a little nervous. He was backing out after he knew that if you get hit too hard, you could go sleep.
Yeah.
You fight Canelo, you're not gonna last 2 rounds. And if you do, you gonna have to, because he's gonna tell you, I'm not fighting you 9 rounds, I'm fighting you 12. And Jake Paul is not a 12-round fighter. He has this limit of where he can go. And I respect that. You know your limit. But you face these monsters, you gonna get hurt. And you want to talk about fighting Canelo. How about fighting Caleb Plant? How about fighting everybody? You gotta fight all these.
See it.
You can't fight Canelo. You got all these other boxers that's in this range. Yeah. Of monsters,
right?
You maybe need to fight them, and if you feel their power, you'll know. Oh, this ain't for me. This ain't for me, baby. I'm good. I'm good here. But all credit to Jake Paul for
no credit to Jake.
I'm gonna give him credit and now he's actually stepping into MMA. Jesus Christ, Lord be with you. Because if you
he can with good practice and a good team, he'll be all right.
No. With wrestling, he has wrestling experience because he was a wrestler in high school or college, so he might have that experience.
And you think that will get him to the?
But he's in a company. He's in the PFL.
Good.
So it's good for him. Now he's gonna be fighting again punching bags, because if you fight pros who've been doing MMA for all their lives, you're gonna get hurt. You're gonna get hurt bad. And MMA is not, what's it called? MMA is not boxing, Jake. You think it's just two hands. People can just strategize you easily, take you down, put you in a submission, and that's it. You could get hurt like that. It happens to the best of them. It happened to the best of them. Pro boxers got into MMA. Clarissa Shields got into MMA, and she's the GOAT. She's the GOAT of boxing. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Love Clarissa Shields. She went into MMA. She had 2 good fights. Then she had a third, and she did not win that fight. I'm glad that she got that experience because it's going to make her better. And she didn't get knocked out. It was a decision. But Jake Paul needs to understand, men hit hard, and men will put you in a bad place. They'll put you in a bad spot. That'll get you choked out. So, be cautious of the shit that you want. What else do we want to leave?
I want to leave Kanye West in 2023.
I mean, you mean 2022?
I mean 22.
Too late. He's already been spotted.
I know. So, I fucking know. But
but he hasn't said anything or done anything as of yet. So.
He needs to just shut up.
Yeah, maybe if he just stays private, it'll work out.
Why can't more celebrities live their life like Beyonce? And I'm not even saying that, like, honestly, you ask anybody that know me, I'm not like, oh my God, I'm not part of no beehive. I'm letting y'all know right now. I'm more of a Solange fan. But, like, I will say with Beyonce, no matter what people say about her, because she's gotten negative press before, of course, she's gotten, especially when she was with Destiny's Child, she always shut the fuck up and just let her music and her artistry speak for itself. Period. Why can't I feel like she's one of the very few celebrities that lives their lives the way a celebrity should. And it's insane. Like, that's what we need to leave behind. This kind of, like, the fact that we have such easy access to celebrities, we really shouldn't.
That's TMZ.
Huh?
It's TMZ. That's the shade room. That's the Melon shade room.
It's not just them. It's celebrities too.
Look
at what happened to P&B Rock. Look at what happened to Pop Smoke. Because they were posting shit, people found their location and just they're no longer with us. So I feel like celebrities really need to start living like celebrities. Give us that mystique about you. Social media, we will get through without all of that. Like, I really feel like artists, and you know what? That will also separate who's really an artist from who's not a fucking artist. That's another thing. Because a lot of artists, they are known for drama on social media, but when that album come out, aka The Baby, you're not selling shit.
Yeah, it's flopping.
You're not selling shit.
It's going to double trash can. I do want to also follow up with something else. I would want to say this to fans and people in general who are not celebrities. Mm-hmm. I need y'all to understand something and understand something well. That celebrities don't owe y'all niggas nothing.
Nothing.
They never will. They never have to. Y'all need to stop acting like they do. And most importantly, also, this is a big one. This is a big one that people need to leave in 2022. Please stop acting like y'all know the fucking law. Y'all don't. Y'all really don't.
What do you mean?
The Tory Lanez and Meg Thee Stallion situation. The Gunner and Young Thug situation. Everybody wants to act like they fucking lawyers and study law. They don't. You guys do not study law. We don't study law. Nope. So let's not act like, oh yeah, we know what the fuck all. We don't. We really, really just need to stay in our lane.
Yeah.
That is a big issue. Like, people need to stay in their fucking lane because they do not know what the fuck is going on. They don't know. They don't read documents. They can read it bit by bit. Like, this whole thing about the Young Thug Gunner situation. Mm-hmm. oh yeah, well, Gunna's a snitch and this, that, and the other, and we don't fuck with him. Really? Y'all don't fuck with somebody who is trying to get out of jail, but y'all fuck with killers, murderers, robbers, drug dealers all the fucking time. It's so interesting to me how the world works. It's very, very fucking interesting. Missed me with that bullshit, missed me with that fickle shit, and get the fuck out of my face with that. That's nonsense.
No, I agree. Another thing I feel like we need to leave behind in 2023, and I'm not just saying, I mean, 2020, I keep saying 2023. Listen. 2022. I know this kind of is like, it kind of negates what I said before with the thriving of Black businesses, but I'm just going to really make myself fucking clear because towards the end of the year, I had booked an appointment to get my hair done by one of y'all motherfucking hairstylists on Instagram, and the bitch never showed up, and I lost $100. Thank God for TD Bank, who was able to give me my money back. Let me tell y'all something. You see y'all hairdressers on IG?
Nail techs
on IG? I am supporting Black businesses, but I'm not supporting stupidity. I'm not funding your lifestyle for you to fucking go to Dubai. I'm not doing it. If you don't provide the proper service that I want, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. And I'm not just saying this because it happened to me. It's happened to a lot of women. The prices y'all charging now is ridiculous. And it's like y'all get mad when we go on YouTube and we learn how to do our shit by ourselves. Like, this was done by me. But, like, y'all get mad, but this is why. And I'm not even going to get too much into the prices. I'm talking about the profession, like being a professional. There's no reason why I should text you to confirm my appointment and I don't hear from you for 3 hours. Or the fact that the day you're supposed to come to my house because you're going from house to house now to do thing. I'm not knocking your hustle. I paid the $15 traveler's fee and you never show up, nor do you call. And let me tell you, I'm not the first. You go on YouTube and you type in all types of shit. Regarding hairdressers on IG, you're gonna see and it's not just in New York. I'm seeing so much stuff from people who was like, yo, I made an appointment, I did my down payment, this woman never showed up, or I got there, she had me wait 2 hours, still all this stuff. Like, it's ridiculous. If you guys are gonna start a business. Don't charge us $700 for some faux locks and we're not getting $700 treatment. If I'm paying that much to get my hair done, I want stellar treatment. Period.
There's a whole page called Raw Reviews. They literally,
and don't worry,
they will tell you the good, bad, and the ugly.
You know who you are, sis. I'm not gonna call your name out, but I'm going on that shit, and I'm gonna write a disgusting review because there's no reason why you should be doing anybody's hair. And if you are on that bullshit where you're being unprofessional, you're being rude, you're not on time, and you're still charging us an arm and a leg for some braids that we can learn to do on YouTube, then that's that. I'm done. We're done. I don't want to see that shit in 2023. If you have a business regarding hair and beauty, be professional, period. We're willing to give you the money, but we want to be treated with some type of dignity and respect. Our time is just as important as yours. And I'm sorry. I know I went into my girl shit, but... And you can understand getting your dreads done as well. Like, come on, it's ridiculous.
Okay, cool. So since you did mention my hair, I'll go on a tangent too. By the way, oh, thank you.
I must say.
Hair by Lala Charles. Shout out to her. But yeah, I will agree because as a person who has hair, a person who goes to the barbershop, it is always good to be on point. I understand, especially with barbers, I understand that you may go over your time, but there's no reason your friends or your family should be jumping over me. If I booked an appointment, nigga, I want my appointment on time. I don't want to hear no bullshit about, oh yeah, well, he was in front of you. Nigga, did he book his appointment?
Exactly.
No. If he did it, now I don't give a fuck
y'all
about him.
Need to get it together
because he is paying you the same amount I'm paying you. And if he's a family and friend, he probably paying you fucking less. I don't want to hear that bullshit. Like, I really, really, really don't. And it goes to the same thing with locticians or hairstylists in general. There's no reason why I need to be in between somebody else or I have to wait. The one thing that I like about particular, and I will only say particular locticians that I go to, and I will only say the 3 that I go to. Yes, I cheat on my loctician. It happens. But the three main ones that I really, really like to go to, the one thing I like about them is that they make sure that they focus just on me.
Yeah.
And that's the one thing that you like. You don't like that, oh, you're working on me, and you're working on her, and you're working on him, and you're working on this one, and that one, and that one. Yeah, I understand you're a busy person, but you should be able to focus on one person. Now, yeah, it might be a lot easier to do that when somebody's hair is getting dried and stuff like that. Yeah, it makes sense. But if you're smart about it, you're going to make your money regardless. If you're smart about it, you're going to make your money. I don't really care about the prices, right? Because shit is expensive out here. Inflation is a bitch. It's a big bitch. So I understand why people charge the amounts that they do. But just like Eb said, service, fucking service. It's as simple as that. And that's the one thing that I can respect about the locticians that I go to. And I could say that about the barbers I go to. I don't really have to wait too long, even if there's somebody ahead of me. If it's a wait, it's probably like the most 15 to 20 minutes. And I'm not an impatient person unless I have somewhere to be. But most of the time, I'm smart enough to know. That's another thing. People, be smart. If you got somewhere to go, do not book a hair appointment or a hair appointment, anything. Don't book that shit the same day. I know you want it fresh, but consider that other people may be around or other circumstances may happen. Be smart about it. Well, really, really be smart about it.
See, with you see what you talking about, your loctician and all of that. I'm sorry. I have to talk because I'm upset. I'm pissed. Your locticians take time with you and all of that. Let me tell you something. I booked an appointment with this one. I'm not letting it go. I'm not letting it go. I'm pissed. I booked an appointment with this woman the last week in November. Saw this bitch at Bunton's. For those of you who know Bunton's is a bar in Bushwick. Saw this bitch at Bunton's the week prior to my appointment. Gave me a hug and all because I've gotten my hair done by her before. Yeah, girl, I'm gonna see you next week. And the bitch never showed up. This is what I'm trying to tell y'all. Like, service. Like, get it together. What else should we be leaving in 2022? Oh my God.
I mean, it's all right. So let's leave on a positive note. What is the one thing that is important to you that you really, really want to happen in 2023?
Most important thing?
Yeah.
One word.
What?
Progression. Progression in me, for my life personally, and progression for all of those who are just trying to get a startup. Like I said in the beginning, I want everyone that has a business, whether it's going to school, whether it's whatever it is, I want progression. I want people to thrive. I want people to really gain financial stability. And that's what I really want. But in all aspects, progression.
Me personally, I want black love. I want to say love, but I want to be specific about black love. And let me explain what I mean by black love. I'm not just talking about relationships. I'm talking about friendships. I'm talking about family. I'm talking about unity inside of the black community. Like, as years go by, it gets worse and worse and worse. And we try to come back, but it just seems like it gets worse and worse. I really want to see us really, really break through in 2023. Stand by each other, unite with each other, love each other, appreciate each other, support each other. It is something that I really, 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 really want to see in 2023. It is one of the bigger things that we need to happen, because the more time goes by, the more negativity we see, the more negative things we see, the worse our mental health capacity goes. And we see it more and more every day. The suicide accounts are up. Like bad. and we really, really just really want to just need to love each other more. And I'm not just talking about self, but loving the person left and right of you. You really got to start showing that love. I really, really, really want to start seeing that more. With that being said, I'd like to thank my co-host Ebs. Thank you guys again for watching. Follow us on Instagram at we ain't them _. Follow us at TikTok at we ain't them _. Follow us on YouTube, youtube.com/@ we ain't them. Follow us on Spotify. Follow us on Apple Podcasts.
Later,
I'm your boy.
y'all. Take care.